Tazama. Today I am on the famous Thika Superhighway. The 8-lane Superhighway is the first of its kind in East and Central Africa. I'll be traveling to Thika. In the meantime, let's have a look at our first feature. The Maasai are an icon for the richness and diversity of our country's culture. Their traditions and routines have changed little with time. We are in Lebo village in Kajiado County. The residents have gathered here to celebrate the life of Mzee Lemarpe Ole Sokonoi, who passed on recently. I speak to Chief Jackson Ole Karangot, who tells us more on the uniqueness of this burial.
Najua sasa hii mzee yuko na kijana mingi, na sasa hii wa kijana yake amekuwa wasee, sasa hata wasee karibu na toshana na yeye, lakini sasa hiyo mzee amefika mahali mzuri sasa kwa wakati ile mzee ambaye amefikia. Ile rika yake hakuna mtu ambaye yuko karibu. Yote ameisha na ile wengine ambaye anafuatana hata ameisha. Kwa hiyo sasa hii mzee ndio amebaki na juzi tu ndio amekuja kufariki.
In the Maasai culture, people are buried on the day they die or a day after. However, for Mzee Ole Sokonoi, this is not the case. Mzee Sokonoi was born in 1887 before the First World War. Being the oldest man known to have been living in the region, the community has to prepare a big feast to celebrate. Hence, it has taken about a week as a sign of honor.
Haifai kulia kwa hii masishi ya mzee, sababu hiyo imekuwa mzee kongwe kabisa. Leo hii ndio sherehe kubwa ndio anafanyia sasa hiyo mzee kwa heri kabisa, sababu anapenda sana sasa hiyo mzee amefikia mali kabisa ile mzuri kabisa.
Meat is probably one of the most important meals among the Maasai community. For this burial ceremony, they have slaughtered 20 goats and 2 cows in Mzee's honor. The cow in particular is prepared fully as nyama choma. The meat is then shared according to age groups, and each group feasts on specific parts.
Makijana ambayo sasa bado hajatairi ndio wanakuliwa kama hivi. Sasa ile warani ambayo sasa bado hajaua hata mama kama wale warika ile iko na nini ndio nakuliwa hii.
Slaughtering of the animals and preparation of the meat is done by men while the women prepare food. Unlike other burials, here people eat before the casket arrives from the morgue because it is a celebration. Once the casket is home, the fat from the bull that had been slaughtered is smeared on it as a sign of honor.
Lazima ipakwe hiyo mafuta sababu hiyo mzee amefika kuonga ile mzee ambaye anatakana kufanya hivyo.
The casket is then moved to the burial site, and the hide he was sleeping on at the time of his death is first spread in the grave as a sign of honor for the departed. Then the casket is lowered. Welcome back to Tazama. We are in Thika Town. Thika Town is one of the main industrial towns in Kenya. Here we have visited Thika motor dealers and I meet Grace. Hi Grace.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, maybe you can tell us if I want to buy a car, what's the process?
Okay, the process is either you are buying it through cash, you are buying it through the finance. The finance, you have to do an application to the bank, and at this point is whereby we go by your bank statements, and then after that, if the bank approves your application, you are given an offer letter, we register your vehicle, and we release.
And who are your key target market?
Our key target market is the distributors, school buses, PSV, and all that.
Thank you very much, Grace, for that.
Thank you.
In the meantime, let's hear what Thika residents have to say about the Thika Superhighway.
Thika Road ime bring changes, as in hakuna traffic jam, watu kuna toka Nairobi ukikuja Thika unafika on time, unaweza toka any time ufike bado.
Mimi ningependa serikali ichukua hatua kali kwa mtu yoyote anayeendesha gari akiwa anatafuna miraa. Kitu ya pili, mtu yoyote ambaye anaendesha gari akiwa amekunywa pombe, mtu huyo achukuliwe hatua kali.
Hakuna jam sana, huwa nafika shuleni mapema. Kwa hivyo ningeomba serikali ingeendelea kuangalia kwa barabara kuna mahali kuna mashimo kidogo, hiyo irekebishwe.
Ndio mambo na drainage. Sasa unaona wakati saka mvua inanyesha, then kuko na flood kwa barabara, inaharibu magari. Hiyo inakuwa disadvantage kwa magari. Alafu pia kuko na sazina hata gari inakwama yezi move ka hizi personal. Hiyo tu ndo Kenya mimi naweza sema.
Let's be committed Kenyans. Kenya, your life is more important than that 50 bob. If you can, I always see some stickers on matatu saying ongea, and yet people do not speak. You are placed in a matatu, you are sitting 2 people in the middle of the lane, and then 3 people, 4 people on the middle of the lane. You know that the matatu has exited. You have paid your fare, and thus you have a right to get the right services. But yet you don't complain and you don't demand what is your right. So you go on being placed, and at the end of the day, when the man gets an accident, we all complain. Oh the government. Where are you a Kenyan? Where do you start as a Kenyan? Where do you start on the super highway? What do you do to save your life? When you die and then we complain to the government, we don't bring back your life.
Thika is known to be the prime pineapple growing region in Kenya. Did you know that each pineapple plant produces 1 pineapple per year? Well, now you know. Niaje Mboro? Si mananasi unauza aje?
Kwa 10 na 20.
Sasa si unikatie ya 20 basi. 20. As I enjoy my pineapple, we take a short break, but don't go far. Join me after the break for today's Town Talk. Welcome back to Tazama. On today's Town Talk, we join residents of Thika Town in Kiambu County. We'll first watch this story, then have a discussion after.
I did thorough washing for the clothes. I did everything right. So as I was walking out to hang them on the line, I heard something very loud on my back, as if somebody threw a stone on my back.
The rising cost of conventional healthcare has forced Kenyans to diversify their choices for medical care. Welcome Seragem treatment, a thermal massage therapy that uses heat to repair the nervous system through pressure and warmth. 1, 2, let's go! 3. Thermal massage treatment has become an alternative treatment for most Kenyan households. Seragem is a health science company that originated in South Korea and has spread the technology to over 70 countries. Seragem treatment has been in Kenya since year 2010, and Kenyans have embraced the alternative treatment. There are several centers in major towns in Kenya. We get access to Nyayo Stadium Seragem Center in Nairobi. Patients start off with warm-ups before they get on the massages. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There are manual and automatic massages. The manual massages are created with jade stones that emit healing far-infrared rays when heated. One can increase or reduce the temperature at the control knob in the panel. From time to time, you will see the clients moving the massager to different points of their bodies. A session takes 40 minutes.
Sasa hii ndio mashine ya Seragem tunaita P390, na unapata hii ni manual, na huwa tunafuata mwongozo fulani tunapokuwa hapa kitandani, na ukiweza kuona kuna alama ya kijani kibichi ambayo kiko hapa. Itakaposonga inamaanisha kwamba tunasongesha, lakini saa zile tuna set ile machine huwa inaanza kwa kiuno, and then itakuwa inasonga baada ya kila dakika 2. Ukiweza kuangalia upande huu, huyu anatumia joto ya 60. Hii ndio ile ya juu zaidi, na tunasema joto nzuri ni kuanzia 50, 55, hata 60 pia si mbaya, na huyu mwingine anatumia 55. So unapata kwamba kila mtu anatumia joto kulingana na ile temperature mwenyewe anasikia kwamba iko comfortable na yeye. Sasa baada ya dakika 2 inapoisha, huwa tuna adjust ile machine na kuweka pale inastahili. Tunafuata ule mwongozo wa machine.
Automatic massage beds, on the other hand, contain the jade stones, and when one lies on them, the jade stones apply pressure to the body.
It's the master rail one. It's an automatic bed. You can use, anybody can use it except the people that I told you who cannot use it. But you find that when you sleep on it, you just sleep. You will make sure that you're in the right position, and then we'll start it. And it will go for 40 minutes, and then it will stop itself.
Nimekuja miezi karibu 3. Amekuja 3 months.
The massage is believed to increase blood circulation, purify blood, increase immunity, relieve stress, and also aligns the spinal cord. The treatment is open to everyone for free, but the company benefits when people purchase the equipment.
Kutoka L1 mpaka L5.
Seragem is, however, not open to everyone.
The people who don't come here, they're the ones with the hole in the heart, and pregnant women, you can choose our machines, but the rest you can. But we say there are some who can use, but with people to help them out. Like, let's say the epilepsy, and you say if you're a very sick person or you're old, you are accompanied by one person.
Tutaweka mikono juu tukiweza kumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa maana tumeona siku gani? Siku hii ya leo, tumwambie ni asante.
We meet Jennifer Otieno, a kindergarten teacher. Jennifer had suffered from a back problem for more than 10 years before she started attending the thermal massage therapy.
So one time the doctor decided that I should go for an x-ray. So the x-ray revealed that I have a crack. They called it crack. A small crack was seen at my back. So the doctor decided to give me some medicine, at least to make sure that I don't feel pain. So it went like that on and off for quite a long time.
Jennifer spent over 200,000 on medical care. She visited several hospitals looking for treatment, but the pain persisted. At some point, she had to quit her job as a kindergarten teacher when the pain became unbearable. She was to later learn about Seragem, and on March 2011, she attended her first session, and after 2 days, she was healed.
Me, I got healed there after 2 good days, but remember I suffered 13 good years. Because this thing lasted for 13 good years. But I got healed there within 2 days. After visiting all the doctors I could. Chiropractor, all the doctor, extraction, x-ray, and what have you. Even herbal medicine I went through. Friday, I could not feel anything in my body. I could find myself bending without problem. I could find myself lifting. Only that the advice I was told by the doctor not to lift anything on the ground. I had to lift anything maybe from the knee, like a bucket. Bucket is at least. But if I lift from down, all the weight will affect me. So, but since that time up to now, my dear, I'm much better than. I can do anything. That is why I had to look for a job again.
Thermal massage is safe for children too, but the heat has to be regulated. Jennifer's daughter Daisy suffers from sinusitis, and Jennifer attends the sessions with her.
So I decided that let me come with her here, because this thing, sinuses also is being treated here. At least somebody can feel much free from sinuses.
Tazama sought the opinion of a conventional doctor on the thermal massage treatment.
For somebody who is not responding to conventional treatment and then responds to alternative treatment, one cannot quite explain how it works. But yes, there are some people in whom it has worked, and then such cannot be subjected to a scientific, scientific experiment. So that's where we are, and that's why we cannot come out strongly to say no, it doesn't work, because there is evidence it has worked in some people, and we cannot also come out strongly and say prescribe it, because we do not know how it works.
Non-communicable diseases are on the rise due to change of lifestyle. Might the infrared rays be the 21st century medicine?
From the story that we've just watched, would you consider such alternative forms of medication?
I would consider them because one, those are people who are giving a testimony, and medications zimekuja mingi. Kuna herbal, kuna wengine wanakupatia vitu zingine hazieleweki, lakini unaona ni infrared, unaambiwa inasaidia nervous system yako, and when people are testifying on that shows that is something that is working. Na pia medication pia ina bag watu saa zingine, but this one place unaenda tu unalala, unanyoka mgongo, massage hivi, so I think it's a good form.
I think hakuna kitu natumia. At the end of the day una benefit both sides.
Don't you think your treatment iko na side effects?
When I was in high school, during the cold season, I would start to have pain in my legs. I was taken to the hospital, done X-rays, there was nothing found. So I went and did a Saragem, and that was in 2009, and there's no pain. And also people can keep fit, because as you have seen the clip, they are doing exercises. So I would advocate for the medication.
I think naweza put kama ni a shortcut to the treatment, but then it works. I'd like to see the clip go on, and then they say we visit this person for like the next 3 or 4 months to see how the patient has been doing.
Science seems to condemn radiation. Radiation does this, it has this way, it makes you lose your hair, such stuff. So Saragem, as much as it looks very convenient, later in life will there be side effects, you know? So it's still questionable, and we are still young technologically. So yeah, we can explore more.
Considering the cost of healthcare in our country, what is your take on such medications?
As much as we all want to do it, because you ask yourself, how free is this free? Free things are not the best.
In public hospitals, they are so ignorant. You can go and you find maybe somebody is not even there on duty, or maybe the next time is a private hospital and it's so costly as compared to Saragem. So I take Saragem to be better despite the side effect or anything.
What regulations do we feel that should be put in place to ensure that these alternative forms of medication do not do more harm than good?
I think first of all, the good should do a research on it and give us a clear details about the type of radiation that this thing has, and the effect that it has in the future. Because as a young person going there, and in future you are curing one problem and you're getting a different problem, probably you're not be able to get kids in future because of the type of radiation that you get disabled children because of the radiation too. Like the lady who said that she didn't know the problem. How does the machine know exactly the problem is and fixes it?
I think we should give it a chance, kwa sababu Kenyan medical system is either cheap and ineffective or expensive and effective. Now Saragem looks to join both of them such that it's cheap but effective.
There are people who are buying the machine, then they set up or they rent a shop whereby people come and they are making lucrative business, but there are not that guidelines or conditions that these people are being given for that setup. When we know about the clinics, there is certain requirements that you're supposed to follow and all that. But for the Saragem thing, I think it's only getting the license from our municipal council and you are done. And maybe you are not qualified to do that job.
What do we feel that people should be doing in terms of lifestyle to ensure that they do not end up there?
All what you're taking the name of lifestyle does not affect, because like those chips vitu zenye si hata madem, even majama, kuna majama madem wanapenda kula hizo machipo, and all these things zenye tunakula zinakuja kutu affect. Zikitu affect tunaanza kuona hizo maugonjwa sijui diabetic, sijui mtu akona ugonjwa ieleweki.
To the young people, I think we should involve ourselves in activities like games. Yeah, in games we're given allowances, so it's like a kind of a job. Yeah, so when you're free, you just jog around. There are so many things that the youth can do.
For the youth, we have to change and check out on what we eat daily. Like one, what we've just eaten. Yangu hata sijamaliza. Sijui ni spices ama ni vitunguu. Two, I have a question. There's that machine. Like me, I have a problem. I cannot walk for more than a kilometer. Yufura miguu. Can I go for it?
Why don't we indulge ourselves in exercises, good life skills like what you eat and you burn calories after that? I think that would help much more. And the clip said this Seragem penetrates to your skin like they said 3 to 4 inches. I can just imagine 3 to 4 inches on your backbone. I think that's critical. We are talking about health, and as they say, your health, it is your wealth.
You cannot eat if you don't have. You eat what you have. Most of the guys or youth are hustlers. At the end of the day, you cannot afford a meal of what you need. You will eat what you have to satisfy yourself.
I tend to disagree, because I think what you eat is what you choose is what you eat. Because chipo mwitu is 10 bob, 20 bob. To be honest, 20 bob, 30 bob. Githeri 10 bob. True or false? True. You can find githeri inaitwa nini, as in healthy foods, ndoma nini at the same price. It is us who've chosen. By the way, ukaacha kukula hizo chipo huwezi zipata huko nje. If we all stopped eating, we would find whatever you ask for is what you get out there. Nowadays people are eating mitungos, si ndio? They are out there zimeja because there is demand. Now the demand for chipo iko juu because we want it. If you didn't want it, it wouldn't be there. So it's a choice.
This is a discussion that could go on and on for a long time. But my question to you this evening is, what lifestyle change are you going to take to make sure that your life is better health-wise? We've come to the end of our show today, but we'd really appreciate to hear from you. You can like our Facebook page, that is Tazama 6, or follow us on Twitter, that is @Tazama 6. From me, it's adios.